2 years after it began looking into what caused the financial crisis, the Senate Investigations Subcommittee has released a 635-page report that, among other things, accuses Goldman Sachs of misleading its clients and Congress about the firm's trading of mortgage-backed securities. Subcommittee Chairman Carl Levin has said he wants federal prosecutors to look into whether Goldman violated securities laws and whether its chairman, Lloyd Blankfein, and other employees committed perjury when testifying before his subcommittee just last year. Joining us right now is Senator Carl Levin. And Senator, in your report, you highlight a specific moment in Blankfein's testimony, and I want to just remind everybody of it. So let me just bring it to our viewers. Let's listen up to this.
We were not consistently or significantly net short the market in residential mortgage-related products in 2007 and 2008. Our performance in our residential mortgage-related business confirms this. We didn't have a massive short against the housing market, and we certainly did not bet against our clients.
Senator Levin, so that's back in April of 2010. He said this before you. Do you think Lloyd Blankfein was lying, or was he telling the truth then?
Well, he was not being straight with his clients in a lot of ways, and we showed that in this bipartisan report. And he wasn't being straight with the Congress when he said that there was no massive bet against Goldman's clients. As a matter of fact, we had 4 of the instruments that we're talking about, the securities. The one that I talked about mainly yesterday was so-called Hudson. And in Hudson, they bet $2 billion against their client. And they bought the entire short of that security. They bought it, they bought it secretly. They did not disclose it to the public. As a matter of fact, when they were asked about it specifically, when that security got in trouble and the Australia Bank asked a Goldman person whether or not what their interest was, that person refused to disclose that they were on the opposite side of the deal that they had sold to their clients.
Right. Senator Levin, though, I'm going to push you a little bit because you pushed in your questioning of all of the folks, at Goldman back in 2010, and we all cheered you on because you really pushed for answers. So let me push a little bit with you, if I may. I mean, do you think...
Feel free, please.
Do you think Lloyd Blankfein then, as you said, he misled his clients, but was he outright lying then to you when he testified before you?
I use the word that he misled us, as far as I'm concerned, or at least tried to mislead us. He didn't succeed in misleading us because we knew very, very clearly that, in matter of fact, he was on the opposite side of that deal from his clients. And so he surely tried to mislead us into believing something. I didn't believe it, but that effort, it failed because we had the goods. And the goods show very clearly that, that Goldman Sachs was on the short side, $2 billion. And they even, by the way, when they were selling this security, represented, and this is where they misled their clients, and here they did mislead their clients, they used the term in their marketing materials that the interests of Goldman Sachs were aligned with the people they were selling the security to. So they were not aligned.
Hey, what we're trying to get at, though...
They were on the opposites. They were on the opposite side. We're not going to make the determination as to whether or not he committed perjury.
That's
that
exactly what we're wondering. You're a very successful lawyer.
Excuse me, that's not... Yeah, that's not for us, and I'm very, very careful about this. That is not for Congress to determine whether or not a crime was committed or whether or not he violated the security laws. That is for the Justice Department, and that is for the SEC to make those determinations. And traditionally, after these kind of hearings and reports come out, we send these reports to the agencies that are involved to make that determination. I believe he attempted to mislead the Congress, and I think they did mislead their clients in very significant ways.
I'm just wondering, Senator, I mean, this is a big report, 640 pages. You and your team spent a lot of time putting this together. Does it say anywhere in these 640 pages that Goldman Sachs broke the law? I mean, do you recommend that the Department of Justice or the SEC look into this because Goldman Sachs broke the law? That would be the problem, right? Otherwise, why bother?
Why bother if they lied to their clients? Why bother if they misled their clients?
Do you think they broke the law? Why bother if they attempted?
That's not a determination for Congress to make. I'm going to repeat that because it's very important that your viewers understand what our role is. Our role is to investigate the facts. We did so. We concluded on a bipartisan basis that they misled their clients and they attempted and did try to mislead the Congress. We also are going to refer this to the proper authorities to make the determination which you want me to make, but I'm not going to make, because that's not our role.
Fair enough, Senator Levin. But let me say, based on the report that you did, and it is a very thorough report, do you feel like it does open Goldman potentially up to further liability here?
I think that when a firm, whether it's Goldman, and by the way, we also made claims against many firms here, many facts, I should say, were found, not just against Goldman. We have a section on Deutsche Bank, for instance. We have a big section on Washington Mutual, the bank that we studied that had a whole bunch of phony mortgages and mortgages which were based on misleading their clients and trying to get their clients, and successfully getting their clients to sign up to high interest loans when they could have gotten low interest loans. So we make findings of fact here against many, many firms. Goldman is one of them, and I think our findings are significant. But we're not going to make the legal conclusions. We're not going to make conclusions that they are either liable legally or that they're criminally liable. That is for others to determine, and we're going to send these documents to the Justice Department and to the Securities and Exchange Commission to look at the entire report and make their own conclusions, because they're the proper people to do it.
Got it. Senator Levin, thank you so much. We really do appreciate getting some time with you and talking further about this. Thank you so much. Senator Carl Levin joining us from D.C.